Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden, and of course she has already taken off. So yesterday we were down at the river hanging out with friends. Again, not everybody I know wants to be a YouTube star, so there is no video from yesterday. And today I had gym time and errands. So we're evening, it's cooling off, which is awesome. Started the watering process. Soaker hoses over here are going. I will come back to this garden. I see at least 2 asparagus spears I need to pick. Got to check the mouse melons to see if they're ready to start harvesting and see if I've got any strawberries. I have some flowers. Every time we get a little bit of rain, they tend to want to maybe produce. So I will come back to this garden. And I say that because I walked over to garden 3 to go ahead and turn the water on and do a quick check. And I guarantee you I've got some summer squash to pick and some elderberries I need to harvest. You can see maybe you can. It doesn't show up well on camera when I'm far away. But as you get closer, you can see the darkness. So I actually got to go inside and inspect them and see if I've got, more ripe. I mean, I know I do. Just start picking off the heads, looking at what I need to get versus what I need to leave for the birds. And from there, again, I've already turned on the soaker hose. You can see the hose and you can see where the water spreads out left and right. That's why I do 2 rows on each end of the hose, when I'm planting stuff. Check the weather a couple of times. I want to make sure that we're not going to get excessive high heat because I don't have another shade cloth built for this one. Now we are going to have one day where we go to 98, but then we're dropping down to almost 78 over the next week. So I'm not going to build a shade cloth. I'm just going to make sure that, if necessary, this bed, because I just put the seeds out, that I water 2 or 3 times a day to keep it moist. Otherwise I'm good. We're not going to get excessive heat. I don't need to build more A-frames and a shade cover. At least not at this moment in time. Having said that, I have beets that are starting to come up. Yay! Now again, carrots will be the last thing to come up. They take the longest thing to sprout. But the radishes and the turnips down here are doing awesome. The onions aren't doing anything. Again, I don't expect them to do anything. I've never had any luck growing regular onions. I'll be checking the tomatoes, etc. for worms. I do have peppers to harvest. And I've got some crookneck squash over there to harvest. You can kind of see the yellow through the leaves. So let me get busy and I'll talk to you in a few. Isn't that just beautiful? That is an awesome elderberry head. All right, I'm dropping berries. I need to get it in the bag. See you in a few. Isn't that just an awesome bunch of elderberries? And the amount I'm harvesting, I don't know if you can see it, there's a bag hanging off the A-frame there. It's looking kind of heavy because it's full of elderberries and I'm not done harvesting yet. Having said that, I'll take a little walk up there. Oops. Let me take my tools with me so I'm not having to walk twice. I have plenty that still have too much green on them, so they're not ready to harvest. And I have plenty that are still fully green. So I'll be doing this for the next month. Routinely coming out here, looking for ones that are ripe. And that one still has a lot of green on it. That one is still almost fully green. There's another one up there. I don't know if you can see it, kind of in between the leaves and stuff there. That's another batch that I gotta climb up there and get because it's also ready. Kind of like back there, you can see them back in between the shade coverings. They're ripe, they're ready. All right, talk to you in a few. Well, that's a little distressing. I came in here to go ahead and check on my 2 passion fruit. The first 2 that were here. Again, there's the little baby ones there. They're both gone. Just gone. I'm looking on the ground. I don't see them. I don't see where they fell. I don't see where they rolled out. Drives me crazy. They're just gone. I don't know. I mean, I've got others. You can see there's one there, and there's another up there. Sorry, leaves in the way. You know, there's several up there. But, I don't know. You know, I'd always been told that you literally wait till they drop, because that's the best way to know that they're ripe. And you can get sick off of them if they're not ripe. It's a little distressing. They're both gone. It's my bag full of elderberry. Search the grass all down here. They're not in there. They're gone. So I have absolutely no clue. You know? All right. Still have flowers, but that's not going to give me fruit in time. You know? At least I don't think it'll give me fruit in time. All right. I got to see what likes elderberries. Figure out whether or not it can get in the garden. Or not elderberries, excuse me, passion fruit. See if it will, you know, it's something that can fly over the fence. You know? It's a little aggravating. All right, talk to you in a few. So these are my mouse melons, also known as cucamelons. Again, they look like a watermelon that is just the right size for a mouse. They're in the cucumber family. Tastes like dill pickle. I would tell you the extreme heat that we had, same reason why I ended up covering the elderberries, kind of slowed them down in fruit production-wise, but they're putting fruit on heavy now. I mean, there's just little yellow flowers everywhere. And baby fruits, just not quite big enough to pick yet. Now again, doesn't that look like a watermelon for a mouse? That makes sense? Normally they plump up a little more. And then there's another one. They're great in salads. So anyway, they taste like dill pickle without pickling. My debate is whether or not it's trying to put on a whole bunch of new vines. You can see all this new vinage here. To whether or not to cut them off so it can focus on ripening all of this fruit that's on here. Because I do have it. Does that make sense? So go ahead and let them vine. I've got a huge debate going on in my head right now. You know, I don't know. Today I'm not cutting vines, but there comes a point when I might need to. Because, you know, we're mid-August. I'm going to tell you probably by September. I'll give them another 2 weeks. And I'm going to cut all the tips of the vines off so they stop vining and work on ripening the fruit. You know? So, I don't know. Just thoughts. Anyway, I can't wait. I love them because they're, you know, it's like the asparagus. I can pick a handful of them and just sit here and snack in the garden as I'm working. Unfortunately, I'm so close to fall. I just don't know. Anyway, mouse melon, cucamelon, Mexican mouse melon. There's a bunch of different names for them. Look like little watermelons in the cucumber family. Taste like dill pickle. Kind of awesome. Talk to you later. So I've not done a harvest video in a while. Lots of Anaheim peppers. These are the banana pepper that got mixed in. I got my crookneck squash. It's the last of my strawberry spinach. It's, you know. And the stack of elderberries. Yeah, most of the larger stems have all been removed. Makes it easier for processing. It's a huge stack. Lots and lots of elderberries. So, get a, 10 minutes worth of dry time, and then these are going to go into a paper bag into the freezer. Elderberries, because the berry itself, I'm going to put one in my hand, are such a, hey, just lost it on the floor. Let's get another one. The berry itself is such a small fruit, they go bad very quickly. So normally when you pick it, you need to process it within 3 days. for the next 2 days, I'm already tasked out. So they're going to go a paper bag and a freezer, just like the first batch did. Now I have enough here to start processing. I don't have the time. So probably, 3 days from now, 3 or 4 days from now after the gym, I'll just come in, I'll start processing. That's the thought. Good harvest. All right, talk to you in a few.